Imagine a world where your very existence vibrates at a frequency so profound that the air around you begins to change. You have spent years leaking your life force into a void that never fills, wondering why the world treats you as if you are completely invisible and forgotten. But deep within the marrow of your bones, a dormant dragon awaits the spark of true discipline to ignite its ancient fire once again. This is not just a habit change. It is a fundamental restructuring of your soul's blueprint that the modern world desperately wants to keep hidden from you. Before we go deeper into semen retention mastery, subscribe to this channel and join our Telegram community, linked below. You'll get guidance, insights, and exclusive updates designed to accelerate your growth. Stay connected. Your discipline, focus, and transformation begin right here. The secret is simple, yet devastatingly difficult. Your seed is the literal currency of your destiny, and you have been bankrupting yourself daily. When you stop the leak, the pressure builds, creating a magnetic field so intense that it bends the reality of social dynamics and attraction in your favor. The hook is this: the moment you stop chasing the shadow, the light begins to chase you with a desperate, primal intensity. This is the strategy that masters the very fabric of female nature, not through manipulation, but through the terrifyingly beautiful power of a man who finally belongs to himself. Female nature is inherently designed to seek out the source of life, and when you retain, you become that singular, radiant source. While other men are distracted by the digital ghosts of intimacy, you are building a reservoir of internal heat that acts as a beacon in a cold, dark world. Nature does not negotiate with the weak. It rewards the man who can stand in the center of a storm without flinching. By mastering your own impulses, you signal to the universe that you are a king who cannot be bought, sold, or easily swayed by a fleeting, momentary physical desire. Women possess an intuitive radar that can detect the difference between a man who is starving and a man who is full. When you retain your essence, your eyes take on a predatory clarity that is simultaneously comforting and intimidating to those who cross your path in the daily world. This strategy is not about ignoring women, but about becoming so grounded in your own purpose that your presence becomes an addiction. You no longer seek validation from the external world, because your internal cup is overflowing with the raw, unfiltered power of your own sustained and protected creative life force. There is a quiet authority that settles into the bones of a man who has conquered his lower nature for months. People will begin to move out of your way in crowded streets, and conversations will fall silent when you enter a room, as if the atmosphere itself recognizes your new rank. The world is a mirror, and if you are leaking your power, the mirror reflects a man who is fractured and easily broken. But when you hold your ground, the mirror reflects a monolith of strength that demands respect without ever having to utter a single word of ego or pride. You will notice a shift in the way eyes linger on you, searching for the source of the invisible electricity you now radiate. It is a pull that cannot be explained by logic, a gravitational force that draws the feminine toward the masculine, like a moth to a flickering, ancient, and powerful flame. This mastery is born in the dark hours when the urge to quit is screaming at the very gates of your mind. It is in the choice to stay the course when your body begs for release, choosing instead to transmute that fire into your work, your spirit, and your future. As the weeks turn into months, the brain begins to rewire itself, shedding the layers of brain fog that kept you enslaved. You begin to see the world not as a series of obstacles, but as a playground where you hold the highest cards in every single social interaction. The strategy of retention is the ultimate subversion of a society that wants you distracted, depleted, and easily controlled by your loins. By reclaiming your seed, you reclaim your sovereignty, and a sovereign man is the most attractive entity that has ever existed in the natural or spiritual world. You will start to feel a strange, cold calm during moments that used to make your heart race with anxiety and fear. This is the biological confidence of a man who knows he has the internal resources to handle any threat or opportunity that the universe decides to throw his way today. The feminine energy reacts to this stability like a ship reacts to a sturdy lighthouse during a violent midnight storm. They sense that you are the one man who cannot be moved by tears, anger, or beauty, and that realization creates a deep subconscious level of profound, lasting respect. Do not mistake this for a game of pride. It is a sacred return to the way men were always meant to live. We were never intended to be husks of ourselves, walking through life with half-empty hearts and exhausted spirits, chasing shadows that vanish the moment we try to touch them. The internal pressure of retention creates a masculine frame that is so thick it becomes almost tangible to everyone around you. This frame is the foundation upon which you build your empire, and without it, any success you find will be brittle, hollow, and ultimately very short-lived. You are training your nervous system to handle higher levels of energy, becoming a conductor for the very lightning of the gods. As this energy flows through you, it cleanses your aura of the desperate, nice guy vibes that have sabotaged your success and your happiness for so many years. Mastery over female nature begins the moment you realize that the feminine is a reflection of the masculine's internal state of being. If you are chaotic and leaking, the women in your life will be chaotic. If you are still and powerful, they will seek your peaceful, strong harbor. It is an emotional journey that leads you back to the boy you were before the world told you to be small. You will weep for the time you wasted, but those tears will be the fuel that hardens your resolve to never, ever go back to the man you used to be. The suspense of this path lies in the fact that you never know how high the ceiling of your potential truly goes. Every day of retention is a step into the unknown, a journey into a version of yourself that is smarter, faster, and more magnetic than you ever dared to dream. The air feels different now, doesn't it? Even as you listen to these words, you can feel the faint stirrings of a power that has been waiting for your permission to finally arise. You are standing on the edge of a cliff, looking down at the man you are leaving behind. The strategy is not a secret kept by books, but a truth experienced in the silence of your own disciplined, focused soul. It is the quiet knowing that you are no longer a slave to the cycle of craving and regret that defines the lives of most modern men. As you reach the peak of this transformation, you will realize that you no longer care about mastering anyone but your own self. And in that moment of total self-surrender to discipline, the world will paradoxically fall at your feet, begging to know how you became so incredibly and completely unstoppable. The people who once overlooked you will now watch you with a mixture of awe and a strange, lingering sense of fear. They see the change in your posture, the depth in your voice, and the unshakable foundation of a man who has finally found his true, eternal North Star. But be warned, this power comes with a weight that few are truly prepared to carry for the rest of their lives. Once the veil is lifted, and you see the truth of your own magnetism, you can never pretend to be a victim of circumstance ever again in this lifetime. You are the architect of the magnetic field that either draws your destiny toward you or pushes it further away into the mist. Every moment of restraint is a brick in the wall of your fortress, a testament to the fact that you are finally the master of your own house. If this video gave you real value, tap the thanks button. Your support helps me keep creating deeper content like this. Every thanks is a spark that keeps this mission alive. Your support means more than you know. Real wisdom deserves real energy. Drop a thanks to fuel the next level. The silence is growing louder now, and the suspense of your new life is hanging in the air like a bated breath. The women are watching, the world is waiting, and the fire in your chest is beginning to burn with a white-hot, purified intensity that can never be extinguished. If you let go now, you fall back into the gray masses of the forgotten. If you hold on, you become a legend. The choice is vibrating in your veins, a cold shiver of realization that the only person standing in your way is the ghost of who you used to be.